Hello everyone, this is MJ. You are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, let's go over my final rules for the Read What You Own challenge and my thoughts on book buying. Stay tuned. And remember, before we get started, welcome if you're brand new and welcome back if you are a subscriber. I'm so thankful to have you guys here. Give me one of these if you please. Maybe it'll help the algorithm a little bit. Okay, so we are nearing into the start of the Read What You Own challenge. We have less than 48 hours left, and I have been mentally preparing for this. I have been physically preparing for this. I have been organizing my books. I have been showing you all some picks that I will be reading throughout the challenge. And it has just been amazing to see how many of you are interested in joining in this effort. I think it's fantastic. And Criminale came up with this idea, you could go through the history and find out exactly why he did it, whatever. But I just think it's a fabulous time to do it during the winter. I don't know. Hunkered down, snuggled up, just go through your books and read your pages. So I'm going to pull out my official rules for the 2023/24 Read What You Own challenge. Let's go through them. Okay, so I actually have two sets of rules because there has been a recent update. So, number one, read physical books that I own. Read Kindle books that I own. Kindle Unlimited, I'm holding on to. I can download 25 books. I can utilize Kindle Unlimited if I have the physical book and I want the ebook. So I'm keeping that. Nightworms is absolutely allowed because it brings me joy. Gifts are welcome, but if I read it, it won't be counted towards the challenge. Not picking up any free books. No free books whatsoever. Amazon, none of that. Holding off on that. I picked up enough free books at the Terrify Your Tablet event. Book of the month will be paused. Strand has been canceled. Those are 2 subscription boxes. Focus on groups of 10 at a time. So that is exactly what I'm doing. Now, in addition to those rules, I have rereads count. Yeah, rereads count. And we also have Remember December that's going to be happening, which is a fantastic event. And then I'm throwing in DNF December. So any book that I might have DNF'd in the past, I can use it towards a challenge and it counts. And some DNFs I have like halfway through. So that's pretty good. That's like an ace in my pocket, right? Let's see. Okay, this is the big one. 2 big ones. So, I signed up for the Booktube Prize this year. I highly doubt I will get picked because of how I read, what I read. I'm not that reader anymore. I was that reader. I'm not that reader anymore. So, I threw my hat in the ring because I looked at last year's finalists and I was like, I've read a couple of those. So I'm like, why not? Try something different. So if I do get picked for the Booktube Prize, the books that are signed or the books that I sign up for, however it works, I'm not sure. I have to go to the library first to see if I could get them. Now, I have a bunch of libraries at my disposal, so I don't think that would be an issue. If the libraries they don't have what I need, they don't have the copies that I need, and I absolutely must buy it for the challenge, for the Booktube Prize, I can buy it. It does not count to the Read What You Own challenge. Those books that I read for the Booktube Prize will not count for the Read What You Own challenge. Okay. Okay. So since the initial announcement, I started a Patreon. And it's been awesome. It's been so fun. I love checking in with everyone. I love picking our group reads. I love chit-chatting. I love having private reading sprints. It's just been fun. One of the perks is that you get to pick a book to read with me as a buddy, which is freaking fantastic. So, I may have the book on my shelf, but I may not. So if one of my patrons wants to read something and I don't own it, I can go to the library and get it, or I can purchase it, but it will not count for the Read What You Own challenge. Okay. And I've kind of geared the next 2 months for our group read based on books that I already have, or I've prepped and I've purchased those books that were suggested. So it's kind of an ongoing thing, but if I don't have the book and I buy it, it doesn't count towards the challenge. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, because I don't want to not have that perk, because I mean, y'all are chipping in, you're supporting me. I mean, I think that's amazing, and it's the least that I could do. All right. Libraries can be used to get audiobooks and ebooks that I already own. So that's through the Libby app. We talked about Kindle Unlimited. We talked about focusing on physical and ebooks. And I have on the bottom, there is no race and there is no prize except your own bragging right that you read 100 books that you already own. That's it. So not in competition with anyone. This is not something that I would be like, oh, that person read 10 books already and I only have one. Good for them. Good for them. You know, this is no way a comparison, because comparison is the killer of joy. So no, thank you. No, thank you. Do you, and I'll do me. How's that? Let's do that. All right. So the last thing that I just want to say, I'm going to need a cup of coffee for this. Hold on. I have issue with shaming people. Okay. It may not have been intentional. There's no reason for it. If I want to buy a book, I'm going to buy a book. If I want to buy 10 books, I'm going to buy 10 books. If I want to show my subscribers and my patrons the books that I picked up, probably on the cheap, I'm going to do that. You don't have to watch the video. You don't have to watch the video if it bothers you. Okay? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. I get it. But I am coming with that statement out of kindness and out of respect. And I'm going to link Brian's video down below. Brian made a fantastic video about what booktubers, I think it was like what booktubers should and should not do. Like active booktubers. And number one was don't shame anyone. Okay? That's it. That's all I got. Because I don't have any other bad habits. The majority of my money before Booktube went for designer handbags. I limit myself to one designer handbag a year now. And if that, maybe. And I always get it on sale. It's always secondhand. Like, it's no big deal. So, quite frankly, if I want to feel safe and secure during the challenge, and I want to make sure that I can participate in other group reads and buddy reads and events, and I want to plan and prep, that's my right. And that's what I'm doing. Okay? So no harm, no foul. I just needed to say that because it rubbed me the wrong way, you know? And I'm just a girl talking to my camera to people about books. And I take great offense for someone to say these booktubers or something to that effect. It's just not cool in my book. Okay? That's all. That's it. But you do you. You do you. Okay? Like I said, I'm coming from a place of kindness. So, just don't watch. And you're not going to see a book haul for a really long time after my last one. Okay, and that's all I have to say about that. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope that if you are participating in the challenge, to make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And also to remind y'all, I'm selling this little checklist, which is not laminated. It's simply a download. I'll put the link below. It's $3. And the majority of the portion of the profit will go to a charity of our choice. So far we almost have, I think we have $54 raised, which is awesome. I would love to get $100 raised so we could give it to a charity, but we're not there yet. And you get the download. You don't get the paper, you don't get the ink, you don't get the laminate, you don't get the printer. So full disclaimer, all sales final, that's it. And this will be running until the end of the challenge, which will be April. So it'll be available. Okay, so I'm all geared up. I'm all primed up. I'm gonna finish the books that I'm reading now, and then we're gonna dive into this head first Monday. Maybe Monday at midnight. What do you think? Maybe? No? Okay. All right, everyone. I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, goodbye for now.